Good afternoon, and thank you for joining me for another office hours training. I am Crystal Gunn, your financial strategist and small business advisor. And part of my job as that strategist and advisor, be it on the business side or on your personal side, is to help you to create a solid financial relationship or a strong business base or foundation on which you can grow. I also help you have some aha moments, self-discovery moments, and helping you see what no longer serves you so that you can release it. All that helps with the breakthroughs. There's where you start to shift. That's where that magic happens, be it in your personal finances or on your overall business. And it's Monday, which means it's about mastering money mindsets. But today, I want to talk about some what ifs, just to plant a seed, help you think differently, maybe have an aha moment or two that may move you into action. I'm not trying to give you a system to set up or give you an answer today. I just want you to think. Every and if needed, I want you to move. Do the thing, whatever the thing is, you know you should be doing. So what if? What if? What if you were hospitalized and unable to make financial decisions for yourself? Who has the legal power to make those decisions? Do you have that written POA, that power of attorney, already in place? I get calls after calls about people who need a power of attorney or or needed a will, or they have some questions around that whole thing. They need to get access to money in account because someone is sick and they can't do that. And it's usually always after the fact. So the thing has happened and they need access, but now they can't get a power of attorney signed because something has already happened. So just what if? What if you died today? I know we don't like to talk about death, but what if you died today? How would that impact your family? Do you have the insurance policies in place, even if only through your job? Does anyone know where those policies are? Who to call? What the insurance company will need in order for them to get access to those benefits? What if? So what if there was another lockdown or shelter in place? What would you do differently than the last time? Do you have enough food, water, and other essentials in place for at least 5 to 14 days? What would you do differently this time? Would you start an exercise routine and exercise 3 to 5 times a week? Would you take the time to do the certification you've been thinking about? Do you write out that business idea you've had in detail so you can make it happen? Do you start to eat better and eliminate all of the garbage you've been feeding yourself and your family? Do you finally decide to start growing your own food? I have a friend who was had a injury and was really out of physical commission for about a year and a half. And so he's a business coach and he really couldn't work with his clients the way that he had been because he was doing physical therapy and all of this stuff. But one of the things that he did was he said, you know what, let me go get this other certification. Which when he took the course, it didn't do he didn't learn anything new in the course, but he had that certification, which Some people appreciate it even more. But he said one of the things he said that was profound, he was like, his body was broken, but his mind wasn't. So he did the things that he didn't have time to do before because he was busy working. He was busy doing all of the other things. So while he was seated in place, this again was due to an injury to the body, but he took advantage of that time. What if your job gets eliminated? Do you have money saved to cover your bills for a while? Do you have other streams of income? Do you have any type of insurance to cover wage loss? What if? What if you couldn't use your credit or debit card for a while because the system wouldn't allow you to do that? Do you have cash at the house? Do you carry cash on you at all times just in case? I know my mom has said for years, and it's something that I still do. She says, take a couple 20s, tuck them in your wallet somewhere, not where your money normally goes. Do you have some cash hidden in your car somewhere? And I say the same thing to my daughter. Always have that cash just in case. What if you learned over 80% of what you believed was untrue, that you've been deceived? How do you start to heal from that type of deception? How do you stay sane and keep your loved ones sane during the process? How do you not internalize that? How do you not make it your fault? How does that impact your mental wellness, your emotional wellness, your spiritual wellness, and your financial wellness? What if all of your debt was erased? What would you do? Would you just go get more, or would you seek to learn how to use your credit effectively? Would you just pile on more debt? Would you just go buy things because you had the ability to do that? Because now you're debted, your debt was wiped clean, and your credit score is reset. How would you move with credit differently if that happened? What if you received universal income each month? You still had to work though. But would you improve your financial situation? Or would you be in the same situation because you haven't redefined your financial relationship? Remember, everyone has a financial relationship, and it's typically not defined by you. It's defined by outside forces, society, other people, what you inherited generationally, what you saw, what you heard, what you overheard growing up. Would your financial situation change, or would it remain the same because you haven't discovered why you operate the way that you do with money, and you haven't released those old habits? If you went into work tomorrow, and I say this all the time, for most people, if you went into work tomorrow and they gave you a $40,000 raise, most people would be in the same financial situation because they haven't mastered their money. They haven't redefined their financial relationship. They haven't changed or improved on the habits that keep them from being financially sound. What if you started today redefining your financial relationship, releasing those habits that no longer serve you? What will that do for your tomorrow, for your later in life? Because your later is coming. What would you do today financially to make sure that your later is greater? What if you started today to determine what you want your business to look like from today forward? What if you got help? The help that you need in order to make that happen? What if you used a business advisor to help you realize the dream you had for your business? Would it impact your business? Would it allow you and give you things to think about outside of just running the business? Things to think about that because you're standing in the middle of the business, you can't think about those things? What if? What if you seriously thought about how you want to live the rest of your life? From this day forward, what if you just sat down and really thought about how you wanted to live the rest of your life? And then what if you started working on that? Working with a coach, writing out how you want to live the rest of your life in detail, not worrying about where the money is coming from, where you're writing it, not worrying about how it's going to happen when you're writing it, just dreaming about it and writing it. What if you seriously started doing that with intention? What if you really got serious about passing down generational wealth and breaking generational curses? How would that impact your DNA today and the DNA for the next generations? What would that do to them mentally, emotionally, financially? What if you really got serious about that? How would that impact them? And what would you want it to look like? What if you became intentional, almost focused, crazy on healing, on how you want to live the rest of your life and making sure it happens, on building your business? What if you became intentional, almost focused, crazy on redefining your financial relationship so it is working in your favor, on making sure your family and your community are thriving instead of surviving? What if? What if you took the next 3 to 9 months to totally transform your life? Intentionally and almost focus crazy? What do you think would happen? Really think about it. And then I dare you to start the process. It could change your life forever, the life of your family forever, and the life of generations to come behind you. What if? It's a lot of what ifs that I went through. Again, just to plant the seed, just to get you thinking. Turn off all of the noise, the TV, the music, all of that's going on. Just sit somewhere in silence and really start to think about it. You do have a say in this. You really do. And it's up to you. No one can do it for you. I can't dream your dream. I can't tell you how you want to live the rest of your life. You got to think about it. So if a genie said to you today, sat in front of you and said, hey, your wish is my command. Tell me how you want to live the rest of your life. Would you even know? Would you be able to describe it in detail with specificity? Just think about it. Just think about it. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth thinking about. So let's look at my favorite things. And today I don't have a specific thing. All of my favorite things are already listed in the description below. Scroll on down. Look at the links. Look at the items that's listed there. The links to take you to whatever it is. The links for consultations, the links for products, the links for being able to download things. They're all there. So my favorite thing for today is all of the favorite things that are already listed in the favorite things in the description. Right. So we know that life is about the journey. It's about elevation. It's about us trying to get to that next level in our life, in our own life, right? So I challenge you to embark on a journey for the next 3 to 9 months that will change your life forever. 3 to 9 months to change your life forever. Commit to you and your family. Walk the journey because the journey is super, super important. Don't think you're failing. You're not failing, you're figuring it out. You're not failing, you're learning the lesson. And okay, if you are failing, continue to fail forward. Don't stop. Keep walking the journey. It may be hard sometimes. Not maybe, it will definitely be hard sometimes. But that's part of the process, and you have to trust the process. Again, commit to you and your family. Walk the journey. I promise you, it'll be worth it. I promise you, it'll be worth it. So what are the things to do? Go back and watch this entire episode again. Watch it as many times as it takes to trigger movement. So sit with each what if and pay attention to how it makes you feel. Your body, your intuition, and your spirit will be speaking to you loudly. Pay attention. Watch it over and over again, right? Figure out what triggers you based on that, and then move accordingly based on those triggers, based on those figures, based on your intuition, based on what you know you need to do. The second thing in this journey today, or your next steps for today, is to visit the stuff in the description, right? Be sure to visit houseandorder.info. You may want to go back and watch the video, the training about that. It's going to give you a lot of things, of the things that you need to do, from life insurance, wills, powers of attorney. It's going to give you a lot of information on that, but also just some other things, some free, some no cost, some low cost. Tap in to that. So number 2 is visit houseandorder.info. And also visit all the other links already provided in the description. Remember, my favorite things, they're already listed down there. There are more to come, but there's a ton already down there to help you on your journey, to help you during this process, to help you get to your next level in life. And then make a decision and do something today. After you do 1, after you do 2, make a decision and take the next step on doing the thing or the things that you know you need to do. There is an urgency behind it. It really is. This world is about to get flipped on its head. Will you be prepared? Will you come out on the other side better than you went into it? You can, but you have to be intentional about it. So make a decision and do something today. So if this information has been helpful to you, please do me a favor. Like, subscribe to my channel, and be sure to turn notifications on so that you don't miss a training. Also, if you are in need of personal or business strategy or life insurance, let's talk about it. Don't sit there in silence. Don't stay in the same place today that you were yesterday. Make a commitment to yourself. Make a commitment to your family and move. Do something today. The links for scheduling a consultation are in the description. Just make sure you click the right link for the right kind of consultation that you want. Thank you so much for joining me today. There will be no private Q&A after this today. There will not be one. But as I close this out, remember to always give yourself some grace. Listen, it's rough out there. And again, when I talk about certain things, it's never about how much money you make, right? There's a lot going on. There's a lot coming to you. There is a lot being disclosed. There is a lot of information. Again, we're about to go through some massive changes. So always give yourself some grace and keep striving for your next level. I always say it's your next level. You are not in competition with anyone else. You're in competition with yourself, only to be better today than you were yesterday and be better tomorrow than you are today. But in order to do that, you have to make a decision and you have to move on the decision. And then always never give up on you. Never, ever, ever give up on you. Invest in you. I promise you, it will change your life forever and it will impact generations to come. Peace. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. Be sure to join me for the private online Q&A immediately following. The link is in the description. And if you haven't done so already, please be sure to subscribe to my channel and turn notifications on so you never miss this opportunity. Thank you again, and I will see you on the other side.